Wow, it's really slow. It should not have done that. Whoa, and then it changed lanes back to the middle lane. I like how it takes these turns wide and then kind of comes in. Oh, braking through that intersection. Should not have done that. That's an accident waiting to happen. If you start getting false positives like that, it's best to just turn it off. The guy behind me, he literally went like this. This traffic is oncoming here. It better not. No. Doing very well. It's actually has me nervous here. Okay, very well done. Look at that. Yes, that's a great gap to take. It performed this very smoothly yesterday. I'm expecting the same thing here again. Very well done. Nice. I like how it accelerates into this. So now this is awkward. And then this car in front of me also wants to go. Sorry. Come on, Beta. You can do better than that. Is that really a bug? Is that a problem that it's in the middle? Of course it is. You're in the way of other traffic. Good morning, everybody. We are off to the bagel shop. We're going to pick up some bagels here to start off this beautiful Monday. Nice and sunny outside. It is 47 degrees. I am in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, driving my 2019 Model 3. We're coming up here to turn right on Gulf Road, and it looks like it's giving me a message here. It keeps coming and going away. Autopilot paused, checking for visibility, creeping forward, a couple messages showing up there. It is good to go. Okay, well done there. In the light, it did very well. Now there was nobody behind us on that one, so it was definitely very safe to go, except there was this car coming up, as you can see right there, speeding, going probably 53, 54 in a 35. And the car still got into the turn lane, so that it did very well there. Usually in the past it would always hesitate for traffic that was in the other lanes, but here we are steadily going 40 miles an hour in 35, and there is a truck now right behind me, and we are going to have to turn left here, but we've got quite a ways, so I'm not going to rush it. I'm just going to let it do what it's doing here. A bus just came out right in front of us, and they're turning right here. So good, we're going straight through this intersection. Should be no problems. All right, green light, and here we go. Quite a big gap before there are some lines again. It always handles it very well though. Okay, changing lanes. It is safe to do so. Actually, now a car is coming up, so it abandoned that left turn. Okay, that car moved. Oh no, they're right next to me, right there. Okay, and a green light. I just love that you don't need to do anything and the car goes. I have noticed just between testing last night and the limited test this morning here that the in-cabin camera is not as sensitive if you're looking at the screen while you're at a light or a stop sign. Because I've been caught many times in the past where I'm looking at the screen and then the light will turn green and then I'll get a please pay attention to the road sign. I was testing last night and that did not happen, and it surprised me. But that's a good thing because a lot of people have been getting false positives, false triggers on that message, myself included. So I did get one strike against me. I have a video coming out really soon where I show what went down on that drive. I didn't get it on film when it actually happened, but I did catch the message and I mentioned it in the video, and I'll highlight that to show you what you can expect for when you do get a strike if you haven't gotten any already. And I thought previously that you couldn't see how many strikes you had unless you had 10.6, but I was incorrect. If you have 10.5 and possibly even lower revs, you will see that message, but you just don't see it until you actually get a strike. All right, changing lanes here again. Well done. Doesn't need to change lanes anymore for the next 1 mile. Oh, wow. Yeah, it should not have done that. Whoa, and then it changed lanes back to the middle lane. Wow, I don't know why it did that. I hope I reported that successfully. Okay. That was really strange. Should not have done that. I don't know if that was the map data that was wrong or what caused that, but very unusual behavior there. Okay, now getting in the left turn lane. All right, well done there. And which one is it going to choose? The right or the left one? chose the right one. All right, taking it nice and wide to start. That was well done. I like how it takes these turns wide and then kind of comes in. I think that's really smart because it prevents your tires from hitting anything, especially if there's a curb. But when you're on a turn lane like that, I think it's pretty convenient. It really needs to get in the left lane right now, not later. Now it's gonna struggle. Oh, why did it miss that? I can't believe it. Oh no, it's really gonna struggle. So we need to bank on no other traffic coming up behind us in the left. Okay, it needs to get left right now. Come on, you can do this. Okay, changing lanes to follow route. Okay, then left one more time. Go right now. Okay, good. Okay, now this is the little gap here, and it's a timing thing, so it really depends on the traffic, okay? And if it's clear, it probably is going to do a good job. Okay, it's clear. Look at that. So here we go. Straight through. And turning left here. Nicely done. It killed it. Very well done. All right, we've got the bagels in the back, and we're heading on back here. Okay, turning it on, and immediately the right turn signal turns on, which is perfect because we do need to go right here. And a little bit of a steep incline here. Ooh, it's in the wrong lane here. And it's in the left turn lane. Shouldn't be here. And turning right, there's nobody behind us, so I'm gonna let it do this. But wow, it really should be in the right turn lane, not the left turn lane. Creeping forward really slowly. I'm gonna let it do it here, but wow, it's really slow. Really, really, really slow. Okay, but safe. It did accomplish what it was trying to do there. I'll give it that. And coming up to this light, and then we're going to take a right at the next light here. Please pay attention to the road. Okay, so there, I'll give it that. I was unraveling a bagel here so I can eat it because I'm starving. And we are getting in the right turn lane. All right, well done there. And turn signal, very late. Once again, even no turn signal this time. Wow. Okay, there it is, right at the very last second. Apply slight force to the steering wheel was the message we just got there. Changing lanes to follow route. Braking through that intersection, should not have done that. Definitely report that. So that has not been solved where, you know, if you're going through an intersection, the light is yellow and then it turns red kind of halfway or a little bit further than halfway through the intersection, the car will suddenly brake. But not every time. It's really strange because sometimes it will do it just fine and other times it will brake. And they really need to solve that. It's really annoying because, especially if someone's behind you, that's an instant accident right there. That's an accident waiting to happen if you're not paying attention. I think one thing that you can do as a beta tester is you can confirm what issues have not been fixed, but it's really hard to confirm which issues have been fixed because, like I said, 50% of the time it will get it right. The other 50% it will get it wrong. So it's hard to know whether it was a random coincidence or whether it was actually improved. And that's why it requires many tests in order to confirm that. You have to really test it a lot to figure out, is it repeatable? The key word is repeatable. And until it's repeatable, people have no right or no reason to be saying that it's been fixed or something's been improved. And I fell into that trap. You know, halfway through my first month of evaluating or using Full Self-Driving Beta, there were several situations where I was like, oh my gosh, it got better, it improved. And then sure enough, come to find out, it had not improved. It was just luck. So I am very cautious in how I evaluate these beta software releases now moving forward.
Here I get a please pay attention to the road message. If anybody can find out why I get this message, please let me know in the comments.
Please pay attention to the road. Okay, I was paying attention to the road. So what I have found is if you start getting false positives like that, it's best to just turn it off. Because if you don't turn it off, you could get a strikeout. And of course nobody wants a strikeout. Speed it up. Someone's speeding on this road and they're pushing me pretty hard here. So I'm just going to keep my head up. Make sure I don't get any more nuisances here. Alright, beta is back on, and so are we. We're taking a right here, and it does that very well. Now we're coming up on the very tricky intersection. Yesterday it nailed it, but there was no traffic, and it got over to the far right turn lane beautifully without any issues whatsoever. Today, not so sure. We're going to see. If luck has it to be true to all of the previous beta versions, then what will happen is it will screw up. We're going to find out here. I am not doing anything. Full Self-Driving Beta is in control of the steering wheel and the accelerator and the brake pedal for me. Apply slight turning force to the steering wheel. Okay, it needs to get over right now. Right now, come on. You can do it. Come on. It missed it. Okay, so there we go. It is 50-50. It was luck last night. It's actually less than 50-50. So this intersection, I'd say, probably 1 out of every 6 or 7 times it will get it right. And that's not very high. So I'm not sure what it is about maybe the map data, something that doesn't tell it to get over soon enough. But then other times it does it just fine. So I don't quite understand how it makes those decisions. Maybe it looks at the traffic around you. That could be possible. I'll have to test it out really late at night again just to see if it gets it right more often than not in those situations, because most of the time when I'm driving through that intersection, it is daytime outside. So I'm going to turn it back on here. There's the vehicle behind us. They're trailing quite a little ways now, but we're coming up on Roselle Road, and this is the intersection where we continually have phantom braking. So passing through this light and then Roselle and Higgins is always a very, very tough intersection for Full Self-Driving Beta to handle. But that's normally when it's green and you're supposed to accelerate and just go straight through the intersection. Not accelerate, but just pass through the intersection. A lot of times it will slow down when there's nothing to slow down for. Okay, so green light. Should go forward. Keep going. Oh, it slowed down right there. It slowed down just a little bit. Should not have done that. I don't know. They're probably not going to understand if I report that.
You'll notice that in order to turn right here, the car kind of slows down first and then it starts moving into the right turn lane a bit kind of late, so late. And now you can see right here, I mean, you're not going to see, but in my rear view mirror, I could see the guy's expression very clearly.
There was no turn signal. The guy behind me, I wish I had been able to record that. He literally went like this. Double tap down. So yesterday we saw that it didn't handle this intersection perfectly. It came up, there was a car behind me. I had to push it forward to get it to actually creep forward. So here it's waiting for our turn, autopilot creeping forward, checking for visibility, and it's going for it. And there is a car coming up behind us. Let's see how well it accelerates. Okay, they are going around us. That was on the borderline of being acceptable. Again, there's faster moving traffic on this road, and the car needs to get out and move a little bit more quickly, or just not turn at all. So that is a trend I've noticed here.
So in this video, I repeat the exact same drive that I took on my initial first drive with 10.6.1. The only difference here is that it's a different time of day, so different traffic patterns, but most importantly, it's nighttime versus daytime. So we're gonna see if the daytime proves to be better. In other words, I want to see if full self-driving beta responds more quickly at the intersections and how it behaves on the turns.
So here we are. It needs to get over to the right now. Okay, good. It got it. That's 2 out of 3 times that it's gotten it correctly, this beta version. So that is an improvement. Slowing down a little bit here. Okay, and staying in the far right lane. All right, there was an interesting one. That bus almost turned there. So here we are, it needs to get in the right lane. Once again, the turn signal does not turn on. And putting the right blinker on, taking it off, putting the right blinker back on, so we can turn right on red. It would be a very hard intersection to turn right on red. We're going to see what it tries to do here. This traffic is usually faster moving, I would say. So creeping, but there's no message here indicating that it's creeping. But it is moving just ever so slightly. You probably can't see it very well on camera, but it's inching forward, like literally inching forward. So I'm looking to the left, and there are finally no cars, but now this traffic is oncoming here. It better not. No. Okay. Wow, it almost went into those cars. Should not have done that. And it's still trying to go. Why would it try to go while this oncoming traffic is everyone's turning left? That doesn't make any sense. It's still trying to find a gap, it looks like. It's inching. Okay, and then going. Okay, wow. So a lot of patience I had to give it there. So now there's a Jeep in back of me. Ooh, okay, aggressively going around them. That was good. And making me nervous. And the Jeep here is kind of like, I've had enough of this guy. He's speeding ahead and doing very well. It's actually has me nervous here, but doing very well. So coming up here now, we're going to turn left. Okay, putting on the turn signal early this time. That was good. That was very appropriate. Needed that. Slowing down abruptly like it did yesterday. Stopping in the same area that it did yesterday. Nothing different here. Waiting for the oncoming traffic. Ooh, it's going to pull this off. It better not. Okay. I have to be very careful here so I can't nudge in front of any of this oncoming traffic. And it needs to very accurately detect exactly when to go. Similar to yesterday, but for me, it's still very nerve-wracking. Okay, very well done. Look at that. Yes, that's a great gap to take. Okay, so now we're going to see how the handling is to get through these intersections in these neighborhoods, and if it reacts faster, and what is the comparison. Hopefully, we'll see some improvements. Okay, so here we come again. We're going to have this very difficult maneuver when we get onto the busy road. We have to turn right and then get over 3 lanes of traffic to turn left. It's going to be a very difficult maneuver once again. And okay, creeping very slowly here. So no difference based on when it's light outside or dark outside. It still took the same amount of caution. So that was interesting. Apply slight turning force to the steering wheel. Okay. Coming up here to the stop sign.
Now, yesterday when I tested this, there was no traffic whatsoever. This street was dead. And here now we have some cars coming in. If it goes right now, it's going to be totally screwed. I'm so glad it didn't go. If it had tried to go, oh, we would be in a hot mess, I guarantee you. So waiting for this traffic. There's quite a bit of traffic here. Very different from yesterday, as they say, night and day. Very different. So, okay, after this, we are good to go. Let's see. It's got to be very aggressive, very quick. Go, 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 go. Come on, come on. You can do this. Oh, it's going slow. Okay, come on. We got lucky because, man, there's only one car back there. Okay, it's going for it. Come on, I'm going to give you a shot. Go, go, go. Okay, that's an issue. I just reported that. A car coming up. I accelerated, did not disengage. Accelerated, and it missed that. Okay, so it missed it. So now it's going to have to go left. Come on. Okay, I had to take over, disengage. There's nobody behind us. But as you can see, it was going to miss this turn lane. We got lucky yesterday. The roads weren't as busy. Yellow light. Someone is behind us, taking care to make sure it doesn't break. Okay, very good. And now trying to get in the left turn lane. Handled that really well. Nobody behind us. Okay, slowing down and left turn lane here. There it is. All right. Car moves instantly. It performed this very smoothly yesterday. I'm expecting the same thing here again. Very well done. Nice. I like how it accelerates into this, not being a nuisance to the driver behind us in any way. Also going through here really quickly. Same as yesterday in the dark. It really doesn't like to slow down here. As a human driver, you know, depending on the curvature of the road, you kind of natively, inherently, automatically, instinctively is the word I was looking for, adjust your speed. But in most situations, by the way, full self-driving beta does that. Like here we're coming up on a stop sign, but I think if it had turned that sharply, it would have slowed down. Okay, well done there. Nobody at that intersection. But then sometimes it will just go really fast through those turns and it surprises me. Okay, braking a little bit, and here coming up, there's a truck on the side of the road. And coming up on the stop sign, we're going to turn left. Okay, slowing down. There's one car here. They're turning, and then we are next. There's a bicyclist slowing down, now powering through. Nicely done. Okay, so we are at an elementary school, Lakeview Elementary School. And the car is ignoring, if there is a school zone or a speed zone for the school, it is ignoring that because it definitely did not slow down too much there. It might be because it's outside of school hours too. I haven't tested that enough to make any firm conclusions on how it handles school zones, but there are some areas where it will slow down. Autopilot creeping forward, checking for visibility. Very slow on that intersection. Okay, right turn signal goes on. slowing down. Nobody is around. Autopilot creeping forward, checking for visibility. Really going very slowly. Okay, steering wheel jittering. Okay, and then going. So very similar to when it was pitch black outside. No noticeable differences in the speed. Still extremely cautious in these neighborhoods. So this is a relatively busy street, and cars come out of nowhere on the left at the very last second. It's a very tricky crossroad to go across. Now there's a car coming up here turning left. It better not go. It better not go. I'm ready to disengage. There's another car coming. Okay, so now this is awkward. Now the cars are coming in forward. Very little gap. This car is going to turn left. There's another car coming, and then this car in front of me also wants to go. Sorry. This car in front of me also wants to turn left. And the car is going, and now there's some pedestrians. Okay, so the car went forward, and that guy, I don't know if you saw his reaction. He was kind of like, what are you doing? So my car did go too far forward, and it did give that person a false indicator of, you know, what is this guy doing? Is he going forward? Is he going, what's happening here? So that is a very tricky intersection. I will say for sure that is a very challenging intersection, and it's very dangerous too, because the cars come out of a turn on the left, and it's very hard to see them until the very last second when they're right there. And they're going about 30 miles an hour, 25 to 30 miles per hour. Okay, it's clear to go. It better go right now, though. This is where I sometimes just feel like I need to intervene. So now there's a car coming. That was really sloppy. Come on, Beta, you can do better than that. Oh, very slow. Same as when it was pitch black outside. Okay, there's someone right behind us. Autopilot creeping forward, checking for visibility, and then turning. Thankfully, that wasn't too slow. And coming up here to this stop sign, and we're going to turn right, and then a quick little jog left. So going awfully slow here. This is where it struggled the other day as well, I think, is where it just slowed down tremendously. Okay, there it went through there. I think this is the intersection where it just went really too slow. Okay, this bus turning here. A little bit of a tight. So there, see, again, my car is too far this way. So I'm going to report that because it really should not have been hanging it in the middle of the road like that. You know, I wonder sometimes if I report stuff like that, though, when they review it, if they can tell, because seeing it in video is one thing, but hearing someone explain it is another. And that's one of the pitfalls, I think, with the reporting mechanism is you submit video footage, but unless there's some context, sometimes it's hard, I think, for the developers to understand what was the problem, you know. So that's one of those hard things. Is that really a bug? Is that a problem that it's in the middle? Of course it is. You know, you're in the way of other traffic, and just like that situation where the car was too far out, too far forward, and kept creeping when other traffic was approaching, that created a lot of confusion, and that's not appropriate. That's not. But if you report that, do the cameras in their raw footage explain that story? You know, can you deduce the fact that that driver was upset with me and frustrated that I wasn't making up my mind clearly enough? I don't know if that feedback makes it into the machine learning algorithm. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a challenging one, I think, for Tesla, is to determine what's important and what's not. Because then you have other people that they're going to report every tiny little thing. And then it, their feedback basically essentially becomes noise then. When people submit repetitive, superfluous data, how do you know what's important and what's not? Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video.